So it tells me where it crosses the x-axis and it tells me where it crosses the y-axis. And the question is, you can't see it, right? Okay. That would make sense. I'll start again. Right, here's a curve, right? They tell you where it crosses the x-axis, they tell you where it crosses the y-axis. So they show you a diagram of the curve, and the question is to find the equation of the curve, right? Okay, hang on now, I get it. Sorry, I am. So the question is to find the equation of the curve, right? Okay, so you look at it and you say, well, it's always going to be y equals something, and this is a smiley face, right? So that means it's going to be something x squared. So I don't know, is that a 2 or a 3 or a 1 or a minus 1 or what? No, I do know it's not a minus 1. How do I know it's not a minus anything? Because it's a happy face, isn't it? Okay, so when it's a happy face, it's positive. Okay, so it's something x squared plus something x plus a number. How do I know that? Because I learnt it. Okay, is that right? So that's the general form of that equation, right? And the question is, find the exact equation of the curve I've just shown you. So I have 3 points. What's the coordinates of this point? Coordinates of the point now. 1, 0. It's across 1, up 0, isn't it? What are the coordinates of this point over here? Minus 2, 0. And what are the coordinates of this point down here? 0, minus 4. So I know 3 points on that curve, okay? Right? So I take each one individually, right? Okay? Actually, do you know what? This is an honours question. Okay, I need to change that slightly, okay? So it'll be x squared. So they're telling me x squared, it's 1x squared, they've told me a bit of it, right? I don't know what's in front of the x, and I don't know what's the number by itself, okay? So they have to tell you a bit of it because I just started showing you an honours question, okay? Is that right? So they've told me that's 1x squared, okay? So then, out of the points, you pick 2, right? So let's pick a point. So I'll pick minus 2, 0. So everywhere I see an x, what I'm putting in, and everywhere I see a y, I'm putting in a 0. Isn't that right? Okay. So instead of that y, 0. Instead of that x, minus 2. B, I haven't a clue what it is. That's what I'm trying to find out. X is minus 2. And plus c, I haven't a clue. That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay. Multiply out. 0 equals minus 2 squared, please. No, it's not minus 4. It's plus 4. Right? Okay. B by minus 2 is minus 2b plus c. Now I'm setting this up for simultaneous equations. So I want b term, c term equals number. So I'm going to bring over the minus 2b becomes a plus 2b. I'm going to bring over the plus c becomes a minus c. And I'm going to leave the 4 where it is, and that's as far as I'm going there. Okay? Is that alright? So then you take another point. Right, I have a choice. I can take 1, 0, or I can take 0, minus 4. Which one will I take? Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. So your choice. Right, okay. And I think in the exam, there's just 2 points. Okay, so you won't have a choice. Okay, right. So will I take 0, minus 4 just to make it? No, I won't. I'll take 1, 0. Is that okay? So this time I'm starting again. But everywhere I see an x, I'm putting in a 1. Everywhere I see a y, I'm putting in a 0. So I have, instead of that y, I'm putting in a 0. Instead of that x, I'm putting in a 1. 1 to be squared, right? Plus b times 1 plus c. Is that okay? So everywhere I saw a y, I put in a 0. Everywhere I saw an x, I put in a 1. So that would be 0 is equal to 1 plus 1 by b is b plus c. And as I say, I want simultaneous equation, so I want b, c equals number. So bring over the b and becomes a minus b. Bring over the c and it becomes a minus c. And the 1 is here already, so leave it there. There's my second equation. Is that okay? So I'm going to do simultaneous equations. So can I shove it up? So the first equation I got was 2b minus c equals 4. Right? The second equation I got was minus b minus c equals 1. Simultaneous equations, I'm going to make the c's cancel. Right? So that means I'll check the number in front of the c. This is 1c, 1c. Don't need to multiply. Now I have to check is 1 a plus and 1 a minus. They're both minuses. What do I need to do? Change the sign. So change that to a plus, change that to a plus, and change that to a minus. Okay?
Does it matter what line you change?
No, it doesn't matter which line you change. You just change one line, but make sure you change the whole line. Okay? Minus c plus c, 0. Okay? 2b plus 1b is 3b. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So then you divide each side by 3. And you get b is equal to 1. Is that okay? Then I find out what c is. So 2b, is that a plus? No, it's a minus. 2b minus c equals 4. Instead of b, put in a 1. So it's 2 times 1 minus c equals 4. So 2 1s are 2 minus c equals 4. Move the 2, leave the minus c, leave the 4, bring the 2 over the wall, becomes a minus 2. So you get minus c equals to 2. So what does c equal to? Minus 2. Right, make sure you answer the question. The question was find the equation of the curve. Okay, so right back up there at the start, I was told it was x squared plus bx plus c. So then just fill in for b and c. So b turned out to be 1. So that's y is equal to x squared plus x, and plus c is minus 2. And there's your equation of the curve. Okay? Is that alright? So you're given a diagram, given 2 points, come up with the equation. Got it? Right. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, that's the end of the first functions chapter. So I'm on to the graphing functions chapter now. Right. Before I start, you should be able to recognize 6 graphs. You need to be able to recognize a straight line going up. You need to be able to recognize a straight line going down. You need to be able to recognize a smiley face. You need to be able to recognize a sad face. Then cubic equations is a twirl ending on a high, right? And then there's a twirl ending on the low, right? 6 graphs, okay? Right. Okay, so this graph here, it's a next term plus a number, right? So it'll be y equals something x plus b, right? Okay, but it's going up. So remember, the number in front of x is the slope. When it's y equals, the number in front of x is the slope. So when it's going up, what can I say about the slope? When we're going up the hill, it's a positive slope, isn't it? So what can I say about the letter A? Positive. Make up an equation there for me that would match that. Y equals 2x plus 1. Y equals 4x minus 7. Right? Y equals 10x plus 3. Right? Doesn't matter what you call it, as long as just an x term and the x term is positive. What about this one? Tell me about its slope. Negative slope. So it's a line again, so it's going to be y equals something x plus a number. But tell me this time, tell me about the number in front of x.
Negative.
Yeah, so y equals minus 2x plus 1, right? Okay. Is that right? Y equals minus 7x minus 4. Y equals minus 14x plus 103. Right, who cares? Right, as long as the number in front of x is a negative number. Okay, what about this one? Tell me about this. It's going to be something x squared something x and a number. But tell me about the a, the number in front of x squared. What's it going to be? Positive, because when you're positive, you're smiling. Okay? Right, tell me about this one. It's going to be something x squared plus something x plus a number. Right, okay? So tell me about a here. Negative. So the number in front of x squared is negative. When you're negative, you're all sad, so you're frowning. Okay? I'll give you a break now in one tick if you just let me finish this. Right, this is a cubic equation. So it's going to be something x cubed, something x squared, something x plus a number. Right, and it doesn't matter about all of these. Right, all you're interested in is this number here. And if this number here is positive, we finish on a high. Okay, so for this graph here, we finish on a high. And for this graph here, what's the story? If it's we finish on a low, what's the story? It will be negative. Right. Okay, I'll give you an example of how this might be asked when you come back from your break in 5 minutes. Okay.